Okay, friends, welcome back to Conversations in English. This lesson or class, I don't know, what do you want to call it? We'll call it a class. So, this class is for those of you who have been struggling with your listening skills. And what I'd like to say, just to get right to the point, is if your pronunciation is not quite right, then that will make it more difficult to understand the words that you are hearing. Now, I just want you to consider what kind of student of English you are. I hear from a lot of students that they're reading and they're writing, no problem. They can do that fine. But when it comes to listening and speaking, that's where they have difficulty. That's where I have students saying, I just don't understand. Or I know everyone will relate to this. You are in a conversation with someone, or you are in a meeting and someone's giving a presentation or asking you questions, and you don't understand something, but you just shake your head, or you say yes, or you stay blank, just to keep the conversation going and so that you don't feel, I'm going to say, so that you don't feel called out, that perhaps there's a particular skill that is less than you need it to be. I'm speaking about our English speaking skills. So, what I want to offer to you, for those of you who struggle to understand the words that are being said to you, I want you to, first of all, just take an assessment. What is your pronunciation like? And I'm not a math person. Some of you might do percentages, it's 80% great and 20% not so great, or 35% not so great or great and the rest not so great. Like I said, math is not my thing. Words are my thing. So, first of all, assess yourself. What is your pronunciation like? Are you getting most of the words? Are you speaking them the way that they are meant to be spoken? Or are you still struggling with how to make the sounds and make the shapes with your mouth? It's okay. Remember, this is a no judgment space when it comes to how we speak English. Okay. I'm just going to say, my mind has a lot of thoughts at one time, and there are times when I can go off on tangents. I might put tangents in the show notes for those of you who would like to learn a new word if you don't know that word. So, back to pronunciation. If you are not pronouncing the words correctly, that is probably contributing to being unable to hear and understand what someone's saying. The way that a word looks is not necessarily the way that it sounds. And you probably know this at this point, depending on where you are in your practice. So let's take the word worth. 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 Like that house is worth $5 million. I know, it's a lot of money. That house is worth $2,000. If you are pronouncing the R and the T like wort, when someone says the word worth and you read it as wort, you're not going to understand that that word that you're hearing is the word that you know when you read it. Okay? The same with the word thought. THOUGH. Thought. is going to sound like a completely different word when someone pronounces it taught, which is actually a different word. Taught, teach, and taut as in pulled tightly. I'll try to remember to put these words in the show notes. So, as I was working with a student on this particular challenge of pronouncing the words and being able to hear them correctly, I wanted to share with those of you out there watching that your pronunciation will be a very good place to start. And what I mean by start is clean your pronunciation up. Work on getting the sounds correct when you are saying the words. It will help you when you're hearing other people speak. It will help you to recognize the words when you understand how the words are meant to be said, how they are meant to sound. Okay? So you can certainly do this on your own. There are people who will record. You'll record yourself reading something. And then a lot of articles out there on the interwebs, they have a playback feature, and you can listen to someone reading the article. Many of you probably know about the website Engoo, ENGOO.com. And just go take a look at it. On the website, you will go to materials, and under materials, you will open up daily news. And there are daily articles that you can practice reading, and you can play, and it will pronounce the words for you. That's an option. Some of you may find that you need to work with an English teacher, tutor, or coach. You may need to hire someone depending upon probably professional needs. So if that's the case, there's a lot of options out there to work with someone privately to get the pronunciation corrected. Okay, I want to keep these videos short, so I'm just going to end this video, and we'll talk about another topic in another video. But let me know in the comments. Let me know what words you have a difficult time pronouncing. Let me know if this video was helpful. And I am curious to hear about the challenges and successes that you are having with your English practice. If you would care to share those in the comment section as well. Okay, that's it. I'm so glad to be back in this space with you, and we will meet again in the next class. Okay.